Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the entire team of Anaajoree, I, Avelina Bora, would like to invite you all to today's Friday Live session. Hope everyone is keeping it safe. For the audience who are new to our platform, I would like to introduce you all about what Anaajoree is all about. Anaajoree is a non-profit platform aiming to promote various initiatives that attempts to bring social change, sharpen leadership qualities, build entrepreneurial capabilities in Assam, and as well as in the entire Northeast. Through the webinar session, we try to build network among people in the Northeast by inviting speakers from various fields. Moving on with today's session, our speaker today is Mr. Kunal Kumar Sinha. He has been engaged with animal welfare since 2017 and is the co-founder of Bongaigaon-based NGO Action for Animals in March 2020. The team aims to promote human awareness, rescue and treatment of injured and ill-stray animals, and also work towards prevention of cruelty to animals.
Thank you for having me on today's session and giving me this opportunity to talk about something which is still being ignored by our society and our government as well, which is animal welfare. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. So it all started, when I was a child. Since childhood, I used to love animals. We have cows, goats, all kind of animals in our home. When I was a child, my grandmother used to take care of all the animals, and then from there only, I think I got this, this kind of care and love for animals. Went to Guwahati from Gwalpara in 2014 for my transfer, as I was transferred to Guwahati. There I saw many dogs, especially dogs. I saw many dogs on the roadside. There were some accidents happened. Then some were sick and needed immediate help or medication, and I had no idea what to do and how to do and whom to contact. Then I contacted a few of my friends. I talked with my colleagues, and then they to be honest, they were not much of a help. They did not provide me any kind of that special help. But then I searched in Google there what are the NGOs that are available in Guwahati. So I tried a few NGOs, and unfortunately, they also did not, try to help me in that time. I used to call them every day, 2 to 3 times, that there is a dog lying in Panbazar area or in Chanmar area. Please come. I don't know what happened. I have no idea. Please come and rescue the dog. But they kept on saying that yes, we will be going. Our driver is not here. He's on leave. Our car is out already. Our van is out. So at that time, I felt very helpless. And the only good thing that happened during that time, that I had a friend in Guwahati. He was also and now also he's a very good friend of mine and an animal lover. So to our capacity, we did to the extent we could at that time. When this lockdown happened last year, that is in 2020 March, me and my friends in Bongaigaon, Abhayapuri, Golaghat, Gwalpara, everywhere, we started this feeding campaign. And almost we covered around daily 250 to 300 dogs, cows altogether. At that time, we thought that in our lower Assam, especially in Bongaigaon or Gwalpara area, there is no such NGO to take care of the animals that needed immediate help, that needed medical attention. So at that time, I talked with my friends, and we came up with this idea that maybe we should form an NGO. This is the time. Maybe this is our calling, and this is the time we should form. And if nobody is doing it, then we should do it. No one is doing it in our area, then maybe it's our calling, and maybe it's a hint that we came along with some people, we didn't know earlier. During that feeding program only, we came to know each other. They were also our co-founders. So we have four co-founders of our NGO along with me. So that's how the journey started from last year.
Moving on, what challenges have you faced being involved with the field with a non-government organization?
See, the first thing we faced during our, when we got onto the field, we went on the field, we started rescuing animals from our society, from some areas. People started mocking us. The first thing we faced, they started mocking us. আপোনালোকে কুকুৰ ৰেস্কিউ কৰি আছে, আপোনালোকে মানুহৰ কাৰণে কৰিব লাগে, এইবিলাক কৰি কি হ'ব, they are already in a huge number, বছৰে বছৰে তেওঁলোকৰ পপুলেশ্যন বাঢ়ি আছে, তো তেওঁলোকে এনেকে এক্সিডেন্ট হৈ মৰে, আপোনালোকে বেকাৰ পইচা খৰচ কৰি আছে. So this kind of things we used to hear initially, but demoralizing hoy. These all things are demoralizing. So the initial challenge we faced from our own society, and then as far as the government is concerned, we did not get any help from our administration or from the government side, because what happened is that if you form an NGO that is related to humans, maybe it might be child education, about child education or women education, child development, you get many helps and funds from the government. There are several projects from the Niti Aayog also, and in our budget also a particular amount is sanctioned every year for this kind of development projects, and those are handed over to the NGOs. But in terms of the animal welfare, it's zero. It's completely zero. In no budget, in Niti Aayog's guidelines also, there is no fund that is allotted to the NGOs for animal welfare. So it's completely zero. So till now, unfortunately, government and from administration, we did not get any such kind of help. And thirdly, we faced issues from regarding our funding. So initially what happened is that when we came up with the idea to form an NGO, so to form an NGO, the most important thing is to form a shelter home for the animals. We can rescue the animals, we can treat them, we can give them the medical attention they need, but what about their shelter? During that treatment period, we need to give them some shelters, and to set up a shelter, minimum you require 5 to 7, 8 lakhs of amount to set up a shelter. You need a land, then you need to construct a building for the caretakers, for the dogs, for the cows separately. So initially we faced that issue. We met several people, we crowdfunded some amount, we used to call the political leaders and met them, and yeah, we got some help, but initially it was very tough. The last year was very tough, and this year it's going smoothly.
Every parent wants their
child to make a career out of in corporates or in government sector. Were you being encouraged or supported to go to social welfare by your family?
See, I see social welfare is a choice. Yeah, you can take it as a career opportunity, but I think it's a responsibility. For me, I think social welfare is not a career option. It's a responsibility. It's a responsibility we should take in our society, to do something for our society, to help the needy. It may be it can be human or the animals or anything, the environment, anything that needs our help. So I think it's a yes. I am before that. I would say that I was not much encouraged by my family, but as time flaws, and they saw me doing that kind of work, that I am too much engaged. During weekdays, I cannot go to my NGO or the shelter home. I cannot visit because I live in Goalpara and it is in Bongaigaon. But as and when I get time, or during the weekends, I go there and I spend 2 days, 48 hours there only. And then on Monday, I come back. So initially, they did not, encourage me that much. But now they have understood that, yes, I love doing this, and I get peace of mind, and I'm happy with that.
I would like to ask you one more question. Is in, what would you like to say about the cruelness towards animal and our say our as human, our consciousness regarding cruelness towards animals, which is day by day has been increasing.
Sorry.
Sir, regarding the cruelness towards animal, which has been increasing day by day,
Right.
being it as like we are consuming or petting animal, what's your take on that? What's our regarding the consciousness of human?
Yes, I think it's connected. So a psychological issue is there. I think people are getting more frustrated because of their own problems, and তেওঁলোকে কি কৰে, সেই ফ্ৰাষ্ট্ৰেশ্যনটো তেওঁলোকে সেই এনিমেলৰ ওপৰত তেওঁলোকে ওলায়। তো এইটো যদিও মানে তেনেকুৱা একো মানে কেতিয়াবা we can see that yes, one animal, one dog, primarily it is dog that bites the people. They are furious, or they are aggressive, or they are having rabies. So in that kind of cases, they can attack people or humans. But in most of the cases, as I have seen, that for no reason, people, they beat up, they hit them, they kill them brutally. We understood that people are, day by day, they are getting very frustrated because of their own problems. Some problems they are going on their lives, they are professional or personal. So because of them, they start, beating the animals, they start harming the animals. So yes, and the second thing is awareness. We need to spread awareness regarding this. People are not aware of the laws that are related to animal cruelty. There is one act that is called PCA, Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act 1960. So people are not aware. There are some sections in IPC section 329 and 328, where it is mentioned that for cruelty to animals, we can go up to 3 months of jail, or the fine is very minimal. That is very, it's a shame to mention the fine. That is only 50 rupees. If you kill a dog, you just pay 50 rupees and then you are free. And that is also if you are a third time offender. For the first 2 times, you will be set free without any fine or any imprisonment. For the third time, if you do it on the third time, then you will be fined 50 rupees. And if people put pressure on the police or on the system, then maybe 3 months of jail. So the laws are not adequate enough, and people have no fear of the law, that if I kill a dog, I can go to the jail for 7 years. I think which is coming a few months back, I got this news that this fine will be increased up to 70,000, and for 5 or 7 years of jail. So that bill is not yet passed by the parliament, but if it is done, then it will be very good. So we need to spread awareness regarding this cruelty also, and that we should be compassionate
one more thing is that there has been an observed obsession of people to pet expensive dogs, but they would not go and adopt stray dogs. And since you people are working on that, what's your take on that? This obsession regarding petting an expensive dog, keeping at home, exploiting the breed first thing first, because these breeds have been designed for some other purpose and are kept for other purpose.
Yes.
abandoned, gave a lot of money to buy it for status symbol and kept in a corner, all wasted, all abandoned, and all ignored. So, what's your take on that?
Uh, I think for a majority of people, it's the status symbol. So my neighbor has a dog. For example, my neighbor has a German Shepherd or one Golden Retriever, and they bought it for 20,000. And we are competing with them. So I need to buy a dog of a much higher price. So I would buy a dog of 30,000. I'm not an animal lover. I do not know anything about dogs. Just I need to keep my status high, and that is why I bought this dog. I will never take the dog out for a walk. My servant will go. So this is the thing that is happening right now in our society. uh, but there are genuinely some animal lovers. There are some few people there who love dogs, and they have these local breeds and the pedigree breeds as well. And another thing I understood in this journey is that people find the pedigree dogs cute. That is why they
Yes,
buy them. And
cute and as well as easy to train. They think that stray dogs can't be trained.
that's
Is
a
it?
misconception. That's a
Yes.
misconception they are having. Our local breeds are as well as that much intelligent as the pedigree breeds. And to promote this, I think nowadays many in many states, many CRPF battalions are using local breeds now. They are training them up, and they are now, as we call them, canine dogs. They are now army dogs and all. Yes, they have German shepherds and Labradors and all that, but they are promoting local breeds also.
Do you think social media helps you in creating awareness? Do you feel today's time branding is getting more hype instead of real action?
Yes, social media. I think nowadays social media has the ultimate power
Hmm.
in the society. It can change, everything in a fraction of second. So yes, it does. If you use this in a good way, so everything has two ways, two sides. The one is good and the other is bad. So if we use the social media platform in a good way, then yes, it's very helpful. You can see many people, they make videos of the animal cruelty, and they put on their Facebook, and then they tag the animal organizations, maybe People for Animals or PETA or some other organizations,
Hmm.
to act against them, and it helped, and it worked also. So if and there are some other cases also that people kill the dogs, and they post it to their social media platforms in Facebook and in Instagrams also. So if it depends on how you use it. If you use it in a good way, everything is is helpful. It may be social media. It can be a gun also if you use it in a good way.
So we have almost reached towards the end. But before wrapping up, what would you like to say, or would you like to say something as a concluding remark for today's session?
Yeah, the first thing I would like to say is that I am very honored to be on today's session. When you guys contacted me, I felt really privileged that yes, I will be able to share my views and challenges that the animal welfare organizations are facing nowadays. And I also would like to thank your team that I follow your page in Facebook, and I see that every week you have this kind of sessions on various topics. It's a very good initiative, that on mental health, on animal welfare, on environment protection, in every on every topic you guys are, having a session. You are, although I'm not an expert in this field, I'm still, learning in learning phase. You guys are doing a very good work, and I wish you all the best, and keep doing this, keep supporting us. And yes, thank you.
Thank you, sir. And we even look forward to meet you again, and your organization reaches new heights, of course.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining with us today. And of course, each and everyone who has stuck with us till the end. Thank you. Here's Avelina Bora signing up today's Friday session with Anaajoree.
Thank you.